This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 3-minute forecast and everything that you need to know about the severe weather potential for this upcoming week. Looking at the temperatures out there this morning, many of us are starting out in the low 60s, so it is pretty mild out there. Dew points will be on the rise throughout the day today. You can probably already feel it this morning. Temperatures by lunchtime will get into the mid to upper 70s, 80s back out to the west, more sunshine will be available there, and eventually by about 4 o'clock in the DFW Metroplex, we will get into the low 80s. You can see areas like Wichita Falls, Abilene, well into the 90s, so it'll be much warmer out there. It's also going to be much drier, so that's kind of factoring into the temperatures out to the west today. All right, there's a chance for some storms today. It's primarily going to just be a few thunderstorms that may bring some small hail. There's a potential for severe weather in Oklahoma out of the system, but it's going to be a weak cold front, so nothing crazy out of this. You can kind of get the general picture. Here's a look at the future radar. Around lunchtime, an isolated shower might be possible. We might see a couple of storms develop between about 12 to 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Again, severe weather is not expected out of this. By about 4 to 5 o'clock, these storms move through southeastern DFW, and then they move out. All isolated activity, no severe weather expected today. However, that does change going into tomorrow because we'll have a chance for severe weather, and there's a slight risk of severe weather for anyone south of I-20 and east of I-35E. And even north of I-20 for eastern DFW. You can see all of us under a slight risk of severe weather. Back out to the northwest, those areas are now not included in severe weather potential because of the strong cap in place, and there will be a strong cap in place for most of us on Monday. So any storms will have damaging winds and maybe some large hail. Tornado threat is very low at this time. Taking a look at Tuesday, the best threat for severe weather will be on Tuesday. You can see the severe weather potential is a slight risk across all of North Texas, and there's a potential maybe for that being upgraded to an enhanced risk. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the day today. Maybe that might change by the time that you see this forecast. You can see going into Wednesday, though, the severe weather potential will mainly stay to the east of DFW, maybe in the DFW Metroplex. Anywhere east of I-35 will have a chance for maybe some severe storms. Let's take a look at the future radar. So Monday, again, a chance for a couple of isolated discrete supercells does exist around 4 o'clock. If enough, and we'll have the environmental parameters for the potential for some severe storms. The question is, will this cap weaken enough for those storms to develop? There's a potential for maybe a couple of discrete supercells, and I would expect the greatest threat again to be in this area here for the daytime hours on Monday, mainly between about 1 to 7 o'clock. That'll be kind of your time frame for maybe a few isolated discrete supercells. Eventually by 7 o'clock, the stuff moves all out to our east. So this will be basically during the early to mid-afternoon hours, not an overnight threat. Tuesday's a different story. You can see going to Tuesday, a few showers and storms will develop. Discrete supercells possible out of this. This will be all threats possible. So damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, all possible on Tuesday. And again, that threat will exist again, probably right around the same time frame, 2 to maybe 6 o'clock in the DFW Metroplex. Eventually about 7 o'clock, you can see the storms are racing to the northeast. They will be exiting the DFW Metroplex as early as about 5 to 6 o'clock. So again, the afternoon threat again. Wednesday, a bit of a different story. You can see storms will be possible as early as about 6 to 7 in the morning. So this will be a morning threat. Eventually by about 10 o'clock, these storms move out to the east, more of a line of storms. Discrete supercells are possible with this again as well. All threats possible, but they should primarily stay to the east of the DFW Metroplex and as well as North Texas. So that should be a good sign there. Temperatures tomorrow morning will all be in the 60s when you wake up, so it'll be pretty mild. Going to the afternoon hours, we will rise into the mid to upper 80s, closer to maybe 90 degrees in Dallas, and that will definitely be something to watch out for. Here's your latest North Texas Weather Center 7-day forecast. Temperatures over the next several days will be going downhill. Basically, all of us will be in the 80s starting today, eventually going to the 70s by Wednesday, maybe even into the 60s by next Saturday. You can see it literally just going down on temperatures for the high temperatures over the next several days. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, Birdie's Pro Turf, and All Dents Repair.